not going to participate in that. And, and if somebody wants to come and have a cordial conversation and present their views rationally without hatred and all that, then we'll talk to them. We're not going to hold them to the worst things that they ever said. Like, you can say, like, Nick says a lot of horribly offensive things. Yeah, cool. You know where else you can hear all that? Go to like a Call of Duty server or like any gamer Discord or something. I mean, this is like, it's just something that you don't have to endorse it. Like, a lot of it's ugly and all that, but like some of the ridiculous things that they'll like list is like, Nick said this and this and this are like, if you're under 40, are so obviously just stupid jokes, but you
Huh?
You gotta
I know, but I thought you were playing like you didn't want to admit it, and we were like, let's get Adam involved with the fucking
Don't let him in the bit.
I think a better
it was a long thing. I forgot.
A better way to go would be that I didn't even know. Yeah, I'm finding out.
That's what I thought you were gonna do. You're gonna be shocked.
Yeah, exactly. We find your birth certificate, dude.
God damn it!
What?
Your long form.
Sorry, guys. Adam fumbled.
I didn't fumble shit.
Does this mean that that man who I thought was my father wasn't? They're like, no, that's your last name. Oh.
No, it just means you're going to die having gay sex.
Well, then this is probably fine. I'll be dead. I don't give a shit. How's that? Honestly, being raped to death by guys probably is better than grease fire.
That is true.
If you really think about it.
If it's a cool, like...
You ever spill some hot grease on your hand? Doesn't feel good.
That's
At least
true.
with the gay sex to death, maybe that prostate thing that I heard about. Maybe I'm coming so hard that
Yeah, you actually die of dehydration because all the cum leaves your body.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. All right, are we done?
No.
I have to go back to sleep.
No, we got to do extra time.
We got to do like 100 more hours.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe you could leave. Maybe we'll just hang out.
We'll
and
hang
do
out.
another episode.
Actually, we're actually stopping the recorder now.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. I'm stopping the recorder, dude.
The recorder's
No, you're
off.
just doing noises.
Well,
Yeah,
All right,
go
bye,
home.
guys.
See you later.
See ya.
Nice. We can do this shit whenever we want. I love having.
Why are you guys kissing?
Adam, I thought you left.
I'm trying to fix
We're
the
just
fucking
fixing the
machine,
machine.
dude.
You're not fixing the machine. You're kissing. Stop! You're still kissing him.
That's the noise the machine makes.
Do you guys kiss?
Haven't you
whenever
ever
I'm done?
seen a machine before?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's why you never produce a podcast.
Whenever I produce it, the levels are perfect.
You know, it'd be funny to call up tech support, and it wouldn't even be that funny, but it would be a fun prank call. You call up tech support and you explain that your printer's making noises, but the noises the printer are making are like insulting mockeries of like whatever that guy's language is.
Yeah, it's like it keeps going.
Yeah, it's like. Sir, I do not know. But it keeps going.
It keeps doing stuff like
Yeah, that's a
stuff
fun.
like that.
Stuff like that is something.
Yeah, it's just me and my best friend,
The guy from CKY hit me up.
Shut up, Nick.
Yeah, we all were
It's not
hanging
Nick,
out.
it's me.
It's me.
Cool Adam,
Cool Adam.
shut
I
up.
love
You're
you,
not.
Cool Adam. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us, man.
Well, if you're real cool Adam, let me ask you a question that only cool Adam would know.
No.
He is cool Adam. What do you mean? You're gay Adam. Well, how are you going to ask him what he knows?
No. Let me ask you a
That's
question.
like me being like, if you're really Adam, let me ask you a question only
No.
Stav would know.
So the way you get out of this is you start doing gay Nick and making fun of me.
I'm not gonna make gain. I'm
No,
gonna
go
make.
ahead, do it. Do gay Nick.
No,
I'm helping
This
you.
is
Do
it.
it.
This is
Do gay Nick.
what's up, guys? This is not gay Nick. This is I'm not a faggot.
Is this gay Nick?
No, I'm doing not gay you because the real you is gay.
Fuck, I was trying to trick
one.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna, because he was gonna do gay Nick.
You
I'd be
weren't-
like,
you
that's
can't
right, you are
trick
gay Nick, and I'm regular. one."
yeah.
I know. The real
So
thing is to do.
I'll edit it.
Yeah, I'm not gay in this version of myself. In this universe, I'm not gay. I just.
Nice.
I used to work at a cell phone kiosk, and there was this like hot deaf quiz when I was a teenager. It
Yeah,
was like,
I
how'd
fucked
you
her.
hot deaf?
Actually, that one I fucked.
And I learned sign language just so that they could tell me that they never fuck stop.
What?
Yeah.
No, it was after you worked there.
They did a big circle and then a no sign.
That is true. A lot of deaf
never-
people.
No, she didn't suck my balls. Did she then do this little? She held
She
her
said the tiny dick guy.
tiny dick.
never.
No, she did tiny dick. Yes.
No,
she did
she
tiny
did-
dick. Thumbs up.
We would talk on her iPad.
I cannot recall any kind of like even considering like I wonder what my dick looks like for this old Chinese man.
No, you always got to consider. You got to be friendly.
Well,
courtesy.
I recently I went to the dermatologist and did a full checkup, and 2 women looked at my penis. There was a
We're gonna need a bigger doctor.
there was a doctor and a trainee,
Oh.
and they looked under my nuts. They looked.
Just like like a telescope on a motor.
No, no.
All right.
They used the naked eye. Thank you very much. My penis was visible with the naked eye. No, there was no motorized telescope necessary to give me a full skin exam.
20,000 pound. Jesus. Hubble telescope.
They weren't even wearing glasses.
15 declination, right ascension. Oh, fuck.
No, sir. Not what happened. Oh, fuck. So what's the
Before
next
Trump.
move then, Nick? What do you think is
Gay. Just gay and happy.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, I'm like, I know you think I'm dumb. Throw all your money into cryptocurrency.
All right.
All right, that could be the next move.
It might take a year, another year, but it's not dead. There will be shit. You can make money.
I'm gonna chill on that.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
You know what I'm getting into, Staub? Sports memorabilia. That's
Really?
how that's my investment.
What do you got?
The
What do you
market,
got?
if it
I'm
hasn't
going to
found, if it hasn't
conventions.
found a bottom, it will soon.
I think
over
it
the
did
next
find the
6
bottom. His name was Nick Mullen.
No, it wasn't. You have to use my.
Yeah, touche. Good sound.
Joke's on you. That's not even my fucking name anymore. So
Oh, that's
my
right.
name
Name
hasn't
now.
been that for years.
The move.
It's
The move.
That's Nick's
No.
new
Nick,
nickname.
the move.
Snake Piss Diablo.
That's cool.
That's my name.
That's a cool
Respect.
name.
Well, because
Drag
fat,
me.
like sometimes if you're just fat, you just want a hot person to be your friend, no matter how rich you are. Fat bitches want the approval of a skinny, mean girl. It's
Didn't know y'all were joining me. I disappeared for a couple days, been absolutely slammed. Gonna have to title this video something dramatic. End of waffle fries, end of bull markets. Bankruptcy number 76. You know what 76 minus 7 is, right? And it does feel like we are entering... Alright. This little speed bump's going to be a little bigger than a speed bump, folks. The data does not look very good right now. We're going to start with... Should we start with... Let's first do a general overview. So, this video is going to go live November 1st. Officially the 2-month blitz in the end of the year when all the stores are going to start launching their fire sale inventory sales, blah blah blah. Because again, most humans are just uneducated. Pokemon. We are looking at pretty solid, even older sets.
Run out.
Sword and Shield overall now, we're looking at an average 20% off the highs. We're seeing things like, Mr. P, SVO2 from 500 bucks back down to like 400, 20% drop. We're seeing even the brand new stuff, the ME1. Again, what was that, 350 at the peak? I think now it's like 270, so it's about 25% down.
Reply hazy. Try again. Alas, poor Night Endra. She served faithfully as guardian of the dream, only to be perverted into a gatekeeper of corruption.
I don't have a target.
I have faced the nightmare before. Never
Stack.
has it had so thorough a stranglehold on the dream. It hungers, desperate to seed its corruption. Do not let its whispers seduce you into madness. I sense the touch of Cenarius upon this iris. It is a portal that leads to Moonglade, but the way has been sealed by dark magic. We must sever the tendrils of power that bind it. From each of these pathways, a palpable evil emanates. Choose a course, and know that I will stand with you.
The nightmare consumes me, compels me to serve. You should have fled. Now nightmares fade.
If you need further proof of how insidious the nightmare is, look there. Even the fierce heart of Ursak has succumbed. Release him, I beg you! Truly, there was never a soul more noble than Ursak's. I pray his spirit finds its way back to the dream.
The strands of life have been severed. The dreamers must be...
It fades. It all fades.
Oh, Ysandra, how cruel fate can be. Cleansed of the nightmare once before, only to become its victim yet again. Some wounds never truly heal. May you find peace at last, old friend. What manner of foul creature is this? It seems poised to unleash its corruption upon Thunder Bluff. The spirit of the Torrent people must not fall prey to the nightmare.
This time I'm ready for your treacherous trade. Now.
The illusion of corruption falls away. What horror is this? A tumor of nightmare infecting a world tree. Here in the reflection of the Titan's own playground.
It's too far away.
If this seed takes hold, the roots of its infestation will wind their way into the heart of Azeroth.
I need a target.
Nightmare would devour our world, claiming everything, everyone. This must not come to pass.
At last, the feeding hour.
Big ad. Phase change.
Behold, the iris opens. The way to Cenarius is clear. Moonglade is the most sacred place in all the dream. To think that my Shandow could play any part in its corruption. I must see with my own eyes what horrors have befallen my beloved teacher. Steel your hearts against the darkness, heroes.
The impurity must be cleansed, Eros.
It is done. Cenarius is beaten, but my great teacher lives. Now, I must focus all of my strength to cleanse him. Xavius waits ahead in the Rift of Owl, the true heart of the nightmare. Would that I could fight at your side, heroes, but to this place I cannot go. My body, the Emerald Dream, gives me great power, but it also makes me vulnerable to the Rift's darkness. I have peered inside it and know this to be true. Should I step within, I would be lost, just as Cenarius was. Go, destroy the Nightmare Lord. Only this way can the dream be restored, and Azeroth be saved. We must put an end to the nightmare. Say the word, and I will take us into the heart of that twisted place.
The nightmare has corrupted Drag.
Embrace the dreaming,
Unfinished. No, I will not permit it. Heroes, champions, step forth and hear me. The Nightmare has long been a cancer eager to consume the Emerald Dream. Had Xavier succeeded, his corruption would have overwhelmed Azeroth, giving rise to a living nightmare.
After 3 movies, I said, listen,
I don't want to be in one of your movies because I'm your friend. I want to be in your movies because I'm the right person to play the part. So you should never feel obligated to cast me in one of your movies unless it's absolutely right. And then he promptly stopped casting me in his movies. But we're still super close friends. I mean, he's like family to me. Like, I'm very, very, I feel very, very connected to Paul. And I stand by my decision.
Yeah.
You know, I hope someday we do something great again, something other than Herman Munster, which I did in Licorice Pizza.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, our collaboration was born of our friendship. You know? After 3 movies, I said, "Listen."
Should be 100 there for you. How's it going? Right on. So you got 4 shirts, right?
Yeah.
Nice. How'd you get these?
I don't know. Found him.
Found them?
Yeah, people gave them to me. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty cool though.
Nice. You got 2 of these. Ozfest 2001. I'm surprised you didn't keep that one.
I don't need it. Everything's temporary, man.
Everything's temporary.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Really nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
You were a part of, I think, the most underappreciated sci-fi show ever.
I think at the time, absolutely.
I mean, even now, I don't think people talk about it enough. It was a fucking great show.
Yeah.
And I was so skeptical about Battlestar Galactica because when I was a kid, I watched the original series. And then there was a new one coming out. And I was like, oh, come on. And then somebody told me, I forget, one of my friends, one of my comedian friends, like, dude, you got to watch the show. It's fucking great. Like, it's not what you expect. Like, you'd think it would be like the old Battlestar Galactica, which is kind of sort of corny a little bit, but it was a really fucking good show.
When did you watch it? When it was on or after?
No, when it was on.
Okay, so originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, God, like when I first got the script, it was like 2001, and I was a 21-year-old kid. And at that point, I'd been playing like stereotypical blonde roles. You know, I was in a movie where you were like, please die. You know, like I was that girl, you know. And so I knew that if I could change my career, I needed to change it. And I saw this script.
That's hilarious that you're thinking I need to change my career at 21.
At 21.
That's how crazy the hourglass is in Hollywood.
I was like, I got introduced to Starbuck, like reading that script. I was like, this is it. Like, this is the character that if I can book this character, like, it will change the way that people see me in this business. And granted, I was 21. People were not talking about me. And like, you know, I'd been working for 5 years at that point and pretty steadily. Like, I had a good career going, but like, I was not someone that like people called home about yet. I was on the list, you know, but that show changed everything.
Well, it was also a risky thing because you were playing a role that was played by a man.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a thing where there's like a little bit of, oh, there's a girl playing Starbuck now.
Yeah, I know. It was really strange. So I was like almost had booked the part, or maybe I'd booked the part, I don't quite remember. And I called my dad, who's a huge science fiction fan and raised me on like sci-fi. And I was like, I booked this job. And he was like, that's amazing. What is it? And I said, Battlestar Galactica. And he went, oh my God, that's great. I watched that when I was, you know, younger. And he was like, who are you playing? And I said, Starbuck. And he was like, oh, fuck. You need to go watch this. And I was like, okay, all right. So I like tromps on down to, you know, Blockbuster Video, and I rent the VHS, maybe the DVDs. I don't remember what it was. And I'm sitting on the couch with a girlfriend, and we like opened a bottle of wine, and we're like watching this to like be like, okay, what's my dad talking about? And at some point, she looked at me, and they were like talking about Starbuck, and I was like, "That's so weird. We must have missed her. Where is she?"
That's funny.
And we rewound it a little bit, and I was like, "Oh crap!"
It's a guy.
And then I turned it off, and I never watched it again, because I knew that in that moment it wasn't the same character.
It's not the same show.
It's not the same show.
It's kind of crazy that they did that because they made a way better show about a show that was just kind of nostalgic.
It was. I mean, it really only existed for a year, I think, and then they had like a movie or two afterwards. But it was a very short-lived show, and I always find it absolutely amazing. Ron Moore is a genius, by the way. Like, he's absolutely to be a fly on the wall of that brain would probably just explode in my head. But he, the fact that he saw what he saw and led the charge on that show and brought the people on board that he did that had the same vision, if not, hired people that are better than and so he hired people that added to the vision that he wanted to create. And the fact that he saw that from the original was pretty amazing.
Yeah, kind of crazy. Because
Yeah.
the original show was basically a ripoff of Star Wars.
It was.
They were just trying to make a Star Wars TV show.
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that, Starbuck was Han Solo.
Right.
Right?
Right. And the
yeah.
Cylons were kind of like stormtroopers.
They
like
were.
robot stormtroopers.
It was pretty, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know who Daggett the dog was.
No, I don't know. I mean, what they did was, they took like they said like, I see what you were trying to do, but this could be a real show.
Yeah. I mean, and it came out in a time where science fiction was allowed to be incredibly topical. And it was always dismissed as, oh, that's just science fiction.
Right.
It's not real.
Right.
So Battlestar was allowed to
I have
talk
faced
about
the nightmare
controversial
before.
things that were happening
has it
currently in the environment and in our country and abroad. And it was allowed to do so because everybody just dismissed it as sci-fi. And so it's incredibly moving, the show, and people identify with it. The thing that I hear the most about the show, I mean, maybe not the most, but one of the things is when I go to sci-fi conventions, someone will inevitably come up with a DVD box that is just beat to shit. It's dirty. It's like they don't even know if the DVDs play anymore. And they're like, this came with me when I was, stationed in Afghanistan or Iraq, and it passed through the entire barracks, and it got us through. Thank you. And that to me is really amazing, that a fictional show about people searching for Earth can be so important and relevant to people that are in the military, which is, it says something for the writing.
Well, people need an escape, and that's one of the things, like, entertainment is dismissed, especially like fantasy entertainment, like sci-fi. It's dismissed as being nonsense, but escape is not nonsense. It's actually like brain medicine. Like,
Past that I've been able to get through them because of television and film. Not because like I'm in it. Yes, the fantasy of going to work and being somebody else absolutely takes you out of your own skin for a second. But like, going through the health struggles with our daughter, watching TV with her completely transports you to a different place.
right.
I mean, we can all do that. We can all relate to that. So,
Yeah. I mean, you can get too much of it in your life where you're just wasting your life away, but as a supplement
oh yeah,
to
of
life,
course.
I think that entertainment is very important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you decided to take the role of Starbuck, was there any actual backlash where people were like, this should be a guy?
Yeah, there
There
was.
was?
The first time we went to Comic-Con in San Diego, they had us in Hall H, and I was booed.
Shut up.
I was booed. It was pretty.
No way.
Yeah. So I had learned, because the internet did not exist yet, mind you. It was like brand new.
Right.
You had to go down to the internet cafe, buy 30 minutes,
By the way,
log
how crazy
on.
is that to say?
Yeah, right? That
Right?
the
That
internet
wasn't
didn't message boards, and I was like, what's the internet? So I went on down, I logged on, and I saw this thread, and just the hate that I was getting in this thread, I was like, oh, don't Google yourself. Google, I don't even think was a thing. I was like, don't search yourself.
Don't Netflix Navigator
Ever.
yourself.
And then, you know, we went to Comic-Con and I was booed, and I think it upset me a little bit. I think it did. I would be lying if I said it didn't upset me. But luckily, there were enough people that were championing the show that I really didn't pay any mind of it. And I was also in that age where it was the perfect age. I mean, I think now it would probably break me. But at 23, I was like, it was like the blissful ignorance of youth, you know? Like, I didn't think the show would last anyway. So it was like, you know, whatever. Like, not a big deal. Just a blip on the radar. Like, I'm in Hall H, you know? And then I think that it slowly started winning people over. And then I would go to cons after that, and the line would be longer, and the people would be more supportive, and people would say, I didn't want to like it, and I love it. And
I almost feel like the show was burdened by the original show, if that sounds crazy. But I think initially it was burdened by...
Give it 3 hours of your time. If you don't get through the miniseries and love it, so what? You lost 3 hours. Okay. But I don't think that'll happen.
No, if you're a fan of sci-fi, it's one of the best ever.
Yeah. So I've actually never seen it.
You just did it. You never saw it?
I've never seen it. So we would have DVDs that you could watch that were uncut and sort of, you know, or I guess they were cut, but they didn't have any of the special effects, none of the sound effects, anything like that. It hadn't been color corrected. And I would watch them just to sort of like keep track of where Starbuck was, because in film you a lot of times shoot out of order.
Right.
So I just wanted to know, okay, so in her story she was here, but I didn't watch anybody else's stuff. I would just fast forward through it. And so I actually, my husband and I was like, we should do a Battlestar rewatch, because people keep... I've heard it's good. And my husband had never seen it, so we're gonna do that like in January. That's the plan.
It's kind of funny that he's never seen like your biggest role.
Well, so my husband's 10 years younger than I am.
Nice.
Thanks. So he was like 10.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he also
You're a little cradle robber.
Thank you. Right?
For a woman, that's a big compliment.
It is. My husband's a piece of ass. He really is, and I say that so respectfully. My husband is like, he's a catch. He is the catch in the relationship for sure. But he was like 11 when the show came out.
That's so funny.
And he grew up in a small town in the interior of like British Columbia. So like, I don't even know if they'd had the channel. So.
Yeah, it was on Sci-Fi, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, Sci-Fi at the time was nothing. Like, nobody paid attention to it. Battlestar Galactica was the reason why Sci-Fi got put on the map.
I think so. I think like maybe didn't they have Stargate?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they might have had like one or two other shows.
Stuff, but nobody cared about it. There was no good shows. No disrespect.
No, they were definitely. I think it was definitely the show that put it on, like the. I mean, my God, I you know, so many people tell me that Battlestar Galactica sort of like blew the ceiling off of what sci-fi could be.
Yeah,
and really opened a lot of doors.
Well, it made it very different, and then it did it sort of like The Sopranos or like these episodics where you have a show where you're following a long storyline. So it's like a long movie as opposed to the original Battlestar Galactica, which is like every other television show back then. You know, it was just kind of
catch
like
our breath.
Empty.
It
was
well,
like
it was also like
food.
the 80s, right? Or no, it wasn't even the 80s. It was 79.
Yeah,
because I wasn't born.
Literally right after Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars had become popular, and like, how do we capitalize on Star Wars? We'll have our own space battle.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah. Well, that was sort of the thing back then, right? Is that
4, 3, Phase 2.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was cool.
I loved it when I was a kid. But,
what did you love about it?
Oh, it's just I loved anything sci-fi. And like the blonde lady, the blonde.
Sure, such a terrible problem with that. It was awful. But if you looked at it from her perspective, she was actually.
It is done.
She was actually saving it in a way of going through what it was about to go through because they destroyed Earth.
Now. My bond The Emerald Dream gives me great power, but it also makes me vulnerable to the Rift's darkness. I have peered inside it and know this to be true. Go, destroy the Nightmare Lord.
Have a target.
Only this way can the dream be restored, and Azeroth be saved. We must put an end.
Let me ask you guys something. Are you excited for Witcher Season 4?
Isn't it out right now on Netflix?
Just coming out, and the reviews have started to drop. So
Because I looked on Rotten Tomatoes, and bear in mind, given the backlash, I would expect a little bit of review bombing. So people who haven't seen it but who hate the concept. Oh no, you're behind, Drinker.
Oh, sorry, has it changed?
It's down to 17% on the
Jesus
audience review.
Christ.
The critics have improved though. The critics are up to 53%. So Rotten Tomatoes can.
So there is still hope that it's a great show.
I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
But yeah, basically, even the fucking critics aren't pretending to like this heap of shit.
IGN gave it a 7, so that means it's probably
that could mean anything.
I love this as well. This headline from The Guardian is like, The Witcher Season 4 review.
Phase
Liam
2.
Hemsworth is as charismatic as a
Phase
bollard
3.
in a wig. Now, they're probably not wrong on that, but I just thought, isn't it interesting in this female-led, female-produced, and female-dominated show that you chose to hone in on the one male actor in this as the problem, as if like the writing isn't absolute dog shit, as if
women ruin show, men to blame.
The Nightmare has long been a cancer eager to consume the Emerald Dream.
It is Sunday, November 2nd, 2025, and this is the final World Series edition of Baseball Today. It is presented to you by Mountain Dew Baja
Your
Blast.
triumph
Looking for a
restores the
refreshing
dream
citrusy
and
kick? Go
safeguards.
grab yourself a Mountain Dew. That is my man, Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose, producer Dan, and intern Sawyer along for the ride as well, as we just concluded watching one of the great Game 7s in sports history. Forget about baseball history, sports history, and one of the great series, obviously, in recent memory. How the hell you doing, dude?
I am, at this point now, it's starting to dawn on me what we just saw immediately afterwards. It's just, you couldn't describe that so much happened in this Game 7, let alone in the series, Chris. I felt like it was a bunch of mini-series all in one, and then in this game, of course, we go to extras. Of course, I got to give you some flowers, saying that Yamamoto was going to pitch. We'll get into it, but my goodness. Jake said this about Toronto fans I thought was really important. He goes, they're never going to understand how beautiful this series was. Because for them, it's just not that. But for the Dodgers fans, yes, but the casual people who didn't have a team, a dog in the fight, like this was everything you could ask for in a postseason series, and especially in a World Series.
We will give our tip of the cap to the now two-time defending champion Los Angeles Dodgers, who become the first team in a quarter century to win it in back-to-back. That's why I'm wearing the Dodger lid tonight, for those of you that are audio only. I was out to dinner celebrating Josh Rose's 25th birthday, and we were watching, and we were out with Michelle and a couple of his boys, one of whom is a diehard Dodger fan. So we both had our phones synced up to the stream, which was 10 seconds in front of the TV that was playing at the bar. Okay, so this is good news. We were ahead. So we were jumping up and down, and we're upstairs, and we could hear the bar. We were like waiting for the bar's reaction. And on the Miggy Rowe homer, I just want to tell you, like the place went nuts. People could say whatever they want about Los Angeles being sports fans. They're very good Laker fans. They're very good Dodger fans. They were really into this series. And it was kind of fun being out, even though I was just a huge baseball fan getting ready to tape another podcast.
Yeah, we had some people over tonight. I was asking my buddies, most of them obviously Dodger fans, were in LA, and we're asking where we're going to go. I ended up hosting people over here. We had a taco guy, very quintessential LA.
Yeah.
And I had a situation like you just said, where the guys were outside watching, and the girls were inside watching, and their TV was just like a millisecond ahead. So we heard their reaction first in some of these big situations, but
Yeah, man. Honestly, like I was on such a high, and now I'm like kind of exhausted now.
Well,
like,
it doesn't matter. Let's pick it
what
up.
do they call it? The adrenaline dump?
Yeah.
I'm done.
No, you're not. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. It's the last time we're actually going to be talking about a baseball game for quite some time. So let's get to it. And we will start in the very final frame. Of course, the Dodgers end up taking a lead on a Will Smith homer. And Yamamoto, of course, he now works multiple innings, throws nearly 35 additional pitches, the last of which got 2.
Bounces one up the middle, bats to the back, over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles.
The Dodgers have been doing so much for baseball the last 2 years. People should be really proud of the organization. Traveling, making history, playing the longest season ever. We just played for 9 months. We started the year in Japan, and now we're finishing the year here in Canada. We can't wait to go out there in LA and represent our fans and bring you the trophy again, back-to-back for the first time in 25 years.
Yeah, pretty remarkable stuff from Miguel Rojas. But let's talk about the guy who was the MVP.
God, Mookie.
I know, Mookie. The reaction shots slowed down are just so sensational to see. And I've been fortunate enough to hand out the Commissioner's Trophy 3 times. I did it 2009, 10, and 11. And it is so interesting because so much of sports is big business. And billions and billions of dollars being spent on TV contracts and player salaries and everything else. But in that instance, it all boils down to their love of the game and what they will do for one another. And it is so much fun to watch, man.
I mean, yes. Either side, I mean, both sides should be very, very proud of how they played. Like, sometimes I think more so Toronto with how they played and came back, but also the Dodgers, you know, down their last freaking half inning, Miggy Rowe doing it. It just, the improbable guys who we always talk about, like having these postings, they happen. Miggy Rowe happened. Ernie Clement happened. You know, the list goes on and on. It is. I don't know. I'm running out of words to describe what we just saw. Seriously, I have my notes in front of me from just this game alone, and there is so much.
Well, can we start with the guy who ended up getting the World Series MVP because he picked up 3 wins in the series, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And I know that maybe you thought I was joking because I was wearing a clown outfit on yesterday's show when I said I think he's going to come in. I did not expect him to be able to give them the length that he did. He ended up throwing 34 pitches. He worked 2 2/3. He wiggled out of jams, whether they were inherited or by his own undoing. He got this remarkable play by defensive replacement Andy Pages, who probably would have been called, if this game had been played on Sunday afternoon on CBS, probably would have been called for pass interference. And he just did a remarkable job and showed absolutely zero fatigue.
Yeah, I mean, you were totally right about this. I knew that there was a chance he could throw. I just didn't think it was very likely. Again, 94
No,
pitches.
you said there was... No, let's make this very clear. You said there's no chance.
Okay, fine. That's fine. I don't care. I can be wrong about this. I have no problem being wrong about this because guess what? I'm just used to, I guess, Americans and even all the Latin players, and I'm not used to the Japanese dudes who can just throw forever. Okay, is that not the truth? Like that's part of their culture. A lot of people mention that to me today on social media. Like, you know, in Japan, he would throw 140 pitches. And like they're built up differently. They view pitching differently. And I guess that's part of the reason he was always raising his hand saying, "I'm good to go, coach." But 94 pitches the night before, coming back and doing what he did. I put it out there, Chris, and I'm curious to hear your take because this is a very Chris Rose comment I made. But I think that you have such a great grasp on baseball history. I hold Madison Bumgarner's 2014 in the highest of regards. I think Yamamoto just eclipsed it in 2025. What say you?
I think it's possible because to do it in Game 6, it was to stave off elimination. He had to be that great with a team that didn't have options behind him. I think that's the biggest thing, is that if the Dodgers had elsewhere to turn, they would have done that. And they could not do it. The amount of pressure that was on Yamamoto, because they lost game 1 in the series, so what did he have to do game 2? He had to shove. He did that. Dodgers didn't know where they would turn. They didn't have to. He threw a complete game. And then a couple nights later, in an 18-inning affair, he's down there getting loose. We're all like, what are we seeing? Why is he getting loose? He can't pitch. And then the Dodgers lose games 4 and 5 at home. They get on a plane. They go back to Toronto where their joint is jumping. They're getting ready to celebrate a World Series victory for the first time in over 3 decades. And he goes out and he shoves again. And he gives them length. He gives them distance. And then he comes out here when Blake Snell was okay. I mean, he gutted through. Tyler Glasnow.
Blake Snell made some really good pitches.
He certainly did.
Really good pitches.
Tyler Glasnow saved their ass. He also gave up a run. They didn't have the ability to use Clayton Kershaw, who's another starter. They just couldn't. They knew it. They couldn't afford to throw him out there. Emmett Sheehan came in and threw 1 inning, got a couple of strikeouts, wiggled in and out of trouble again with him. He was the most and I guarantee you this. They could have gone to Roki. They could have, but they didn't. He threw, 34 pitches in Game 6? And they still trusted a guy who almost threw 100 pitches the night before more. This is one of the great efforts in the history of the game, in part because it could have been easy for him to say, you know what, guys, I'm the last resort. I'm the last resort. They could have gone to other guys. They could have gone to Blake Trinan, who's done it for him multiple times, not this year, but in multiple times in seasons past during championship runs. They could have gone, they had Henriquez, he has shown at times. Klein, they could have gone. They went to the guy who threw almost 100 pitches the night before. That's putting your boom right on the table.
Yes, it is. And I think that's why he went there. It wasn't like, hey, I'm going to do this because you're our best pitcher right now, which it was that way. But you can't do that unless Yamamoto's like, yeah, I'm your guy. Like, he has to vocally come and say, I am ready to go. And you have to mean it. You can't just say, yeah, I'll throw. It's different. Like, he's volunteering to throw in that 18-inning game. He's saying, I'm available again after 94 pitches. Like, you have to be the guy, and it has to be sincere. And it was because he does work hard, and his routine is incredible, and he has built himself up where he has the shoulder mobility and the flexibility and the strength to be able to do this. I mean, if you've ever pitched, you know how sore your arm is the next day. I mean, throwing 94 pitches, like, you're going to be sore, but he came out and was blowing guys. He was throwing 97, Chris. His stuff didn't even tick down, really.
I want to give Dave Roberts a little bit of credit.
Yes.
Because he said right after Game 6 that he was not, Yamamoto was not going to be available. He said everybody's available except for Yamamoto. And I think that in the back of his head, he was thinking, I want him to come to me. I don't want to put it out there and make it seem like, well, we'll see how he's feeling and we'll ask him. Because then it goes to Yamamoto and, hey, wait a second, Dave asked you and you weren't ready. Instead, it allowed Yamamoto to go to Doc and say, dude, I'm here for you, and I'm here for these guys. And
That's a good point, Chris.
And a year ago at this time, a year ago plus, before the Dodgers were world champions again, people wanted to get rid of Dave Roberts. And even this year, when the bullpen was struggling, when he couldn't find the right combos down the stretch, when the offense was struggling, Dave Roberts stinks. He made every big move in Game 7. Every big move that he had to make. The only one I was going to be critical of, I thought Shohei looked gassed.
Yeah, he didn't look good.
He looked gassed after the second inning, and the fact that he dodged some bullets early, I would have said, I know that it's probably about 2 innings too early. I would have gone to somebody else. But other than that, Dave Roberts was masterful, did a really good job. So stop. I don't want to hear any more of my Dodger fans sending me texts. No more. If next year, if you have anything to complain about with Dave Roberts during the regular season, the managerial moves he makes, zip it. It's going back to sender.
No complaining about anything. Okay, nothing. Like just smile and have fun because what you have here is basically an entire roster returning. You are in the golden age of your franchise, essentially. If a freaking Dodger fan tells me you didn't watch 162, this team isn't that good. We knew it all along. I should. I'm not a person that saves receipts or whatever they call it. Like I should have. All these ridiculous Dodger fans complaining. You're a Guardian fan. I'm a Twins fan. If these guys are complaining, what should we be doing?
I know. The fact that they did win the World Series, I think, with their B game at times. I don't think there's a question about that. But you're right. It's certainly nothing to complain about. Let's continue on. Did you think that Ernie Clement had won the World Series when he blasted that ball left center field?
Absolutely, especially when Pages was not in the shot yet and Kike was twisting around like he had no idea where the ball was. Like right about here, I was like, oh, it's done. And I told Jake this. I was like, I didn't realize how much bigger Pages is than Kike until that play.
You're right. You're right about that.
Right?
If Tommy Edman's still in the game, I think the Blue Jays win the World Series.
And you know what? Neither of them knew where the other one was because they're both very fixated on the ball. Obviously, they have to catch it or the World Series is over. Plus, when the dome is closed like that, you really have to track the ball the entire way. So Pages, I don't think knew Kike was there. I don't think he was calling him off. I think he was saying, I'm going to go get this ball. And Kike was like, oh, gosh, like, I hope I just get my glove around it somewhere because he was twisted and turned in the wrong way. And Pages, who came in the middle of that inning, Dave Roberts, fourth string.
Yep.
3, 2, incredible, man. Like that was Ernie Clement. Again, I talked to Jake about this, but I thought I had a really good thought here.
But I will judge for myself whether you
Pages stole eternal glory from Ernie Clement. We would have been talking about him the way we talk about Joe Carter, the way we talk about Luis Gonzalez, guys to walk off World Series who we just know their names. Pages stole that from Ernie Clement, man.
Well, do you know that Ernie Clement had 30 hits in the postseason, which is the most ever? I get it. They play significantly more games than they used to, but we understand that. Here's the deal. Ernie Clement, before he got to Toronto, never had more than 30 hits in a single season in regular season baseball. And he did it in a 3-week span. And he didn't even play the freaking wild card series. It just goes to show you, like, that was just one piece of the Toronto story. The Blue Jays had a 1-run lead going into the 9th. And we knew that Shohei was at least going to get an at-bat. And he was going to get it against Jeff Hoffman, who has really been nails throughout the postseason. He gets a quick out of Kike, and then up steps vaunted home run hitter Miguel Rojas.
Payoff. Drilled to left field and deep. No way! Miguel Rojas! The guy hadn't had a hit in a month. And in the 9th inning of Game 7, he's hit a tying home run.
Yeah, I mean, I cost everybody in here a World Series ring, so 3, 2, 1. It was pretty gotta execute better in that spot, and yeah, not let that happen.
That is.
Oh no! Oh,
you talk about like the juxtaposition of what we just saw. Miguel Rojas saving one team season with as unlikely a home run as you can remember. And Jeff Hoffman sitting there saying, I cost everybody in here a World Series ring. It's just, you want to smile on one hand, you want to cry on the other.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it is tough. That shot of Dave Roberts is incredible right there, man. Like,
Hands on the edge.
couple things. Number one, Miggy Rowe. You know, he has more to do in this game after the home run, which we'll get to. 3-2 pitch. I thought there's no way he's getting anything but a fastball with Shohei on deck. And I think him and Hoffman and Kirk maybe outthought themselves a little bit there. They go with the slider and tries, I guess, he just throws it for a strike and it's not a good one. And Miggy makes him pay, and you have to give Miggy credit because I guarantee he thought he was getting a heater too. You know, he was out in front of that pitch a little bit, but keeps the hands in just enough. Keeps the hands back just enough, and here we are, man. I don't think it was a bad thought to throw the slider, but it was definitely in the wrong spot.
Miggy Rowe, we talked about it. He hadn't started since the wild card series before Game 6, and he comes up with a handful of wonderful defensive plays, including the coup de grace to end Game 6, where he basically catches the ball behind him to finish off a double play. And then here, once again, more great stuff from him. Got a knock earlier in the game to get his first ever World Series hit because last year he was banged up and wasn't a part of that, even though he was very much a part of the team. And here, a home run. He said after the game, he said, I think that was my first one against a right-hander. I believe it ended up being his second one of the year against a right-hander, if I'm not mistaken. But holy, I can't remember a more clutch, unexpected home run. And, you know, Yankee fans might say a Scott Brosius. Scott Brosius used to hit some home runs. Miguel Rojas has been like a single-digit, consistent home run guy throughout much of his career, and now he's 36 years old. I can't imagine what the hell the fan base was going through at that point in Toronto.
We always talk about unlikely heroes, man. We do, and yeah, I don't know what Toronto's thinking right there either. I don't think they were even focused on Miggy Rowe whatsoever. All they could think about was the guy hitting behind him, and probably Hoffman and Kirk thought the same thing. You know, what you call look ahead games in football, like that was a look ahead AB, where they were just probably focused on Shohei. He ends up, you know, again, not executing like he said. And Miggy Rowe, I mean, yeah, I don't know where it goes from here from him, but like he's a postseason legend from here on out. You can't take that away from him.
Right, because the narrative around him has been so much of what he excels at, we don't get a chance to see. The ability for him to lead in the clubhouse, there's no stat for that. That doesn't get factored into WAR. The guy who can rally troops, we don't ever see that. That shit happens behind closed doors. The guy who has been the shortstop whisperer for Mookie Betts, those are Mookie's words, not mine. None of that stuff we get to see. So finally, the last two nights for a guy who has had to grind to get to where he is, who didn't, you know, it took him 11 years to make it to the major leagues. And he has had to work. And I know that a lot of the stuff that was said about him earlier this year bothered him. It hurt him because he has been such a team player. I'm happy that he let his play show how valuable he is. So for people that are going to sit here and say, well, the only reason you're on the team is because you're a leader, which I don't ever diminish, but now he can point to that moment, part of baseball history, and give him the old double bird if he wants to.
He made himself a lot of money in 2 games.
No, he didn't.
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think
yes, he did.
I think he's going to be valued exactly what he is, and
I think you could make a case where he'd have to possibly accept a minor league contract going into next year, entering his age 37 season.
Oh wow, you think it was that bad, huh? See, I didn't think.
I'm just saying. I think he at least added a year onto a contract where he might get a 2-year deal. Maybe gets a 3-year deal now.
Well, he already said that next year is going to be it.
Okay, well, I guarantee he earned himself some dollars.
Well, you know what? I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you're right because he deserves it. And that frickin' was absolutely
Run out.
incredible. Let's get to the defensive play in the 9th inning, where he's playing second base. He moves to his right. He stumbles on the Varsho
Looking back.
play, gets up, throws a strike. That's a shortstop arm thrown home, by the way. And somehow Will Smith tap dances around the plate but gets his foot back on. That was unreal.
Deep breath by him right there. Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult play. You know, obviously he's playing second base where he's not too familiar. But that's that second hop on a top spin ground ball. He does the right thing, kind of takes that back angle so he gets down with the hop. He's able to secure it, because the number one thing you have to do right there, you got to catch it first. And then his legs are just not in the right position. Like, he doesn't get. That's why he double clutches with his hands, because his legs didn't get in the right position right away. But to be able to manipulate the body enough to get on top of that throw, and I know it beat him by a step, but I mean, any more bobbling or the throws offline at all in the World Series is over. He throws a strike right there. You're right, Will Smith almost cost him the World Series right there.
All I could imagine was...
It's crazy. I mean, it's a very difficult thing because it's not a base, it's a plate, so it's not there's nothing to push off of. Like, you're just trying to be on the plate like this, and so yeah, it'll move instead of you're able to press into it. But
no quarter to these,
I mean, dude, you saw Miggy Rowe after the play just like let out the biggest deep breath. I mean, as clutch as his home run was in that situation, any sort of error, game over, World Series done. I mean, you got to have the right people in there in the right spots at that time, and they did.
Blue Jay fans are looking at that play through a very different lens. Chris Kirshner, who covers the Yankees for The Athletic, talked about IKF, who came on to pinch run for Bo Bichette to lead off that inning. And you can see here, he doesn't have a good lead at all. It's actually under 8 feet, a primary lead, which ranked 357th out of 381 primary leads in the World Series. His secondary lead was under 9 feet, which was bottom 10 out of 376 secondary leads in the World Series. His sprint speed wasn't great either. So if he just gets a decent, an average primary lead and an average secondary lead, there's a decent possibility that he beats this play home.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it back a few different times. I'm trying to get in his head right there. You know, Muncy is in. He's close to the base. It is a lefty up, so you do have to think about back picks and stuff of that nature. You don't want to get doubled up on a line out to Muncy, which we already saw one ball go to him, the Jimenez ball. So there are some factors that will keep you probably a little bit closer than you should be. But I agree, it still looks way too small for me. And the break wasn't great. None of it was great. I know he's not a burner, but I wanted to give a little context, but I do agree with the fact that was not a suitable primary or secondary lead, yes.
Will Smith is the guy that gave the Dodgers yet another lead with a home run. It's something he did in Game 2 in Toronto against Kevin Gossman. This one off of Shane Bieber, who came in relief. And Will Smith caught all 73 innings of the World Series. That is 18-inning game as well. And let's remember, this guy did not start the playoffs healthy. They could not use him, right? He had the fracture in his hand. There were times where he was like working his way back into playing shape. Remember that when Rortvedt would start some games and then he'd come in and pinch hit, and then he'd play from the 5th inning on. Like, he was getting almost like spring training startup again in the middle of October. And here he comes up with some of the most clutch swings in the history of Dodger baseball.
So I'm just looking at his contract right now. I mean, he's making $16 a year through 27, then it goes down to $12.5. There is a little bit of deferred money, but my goodness, is that worth every single penny and a lot more, most likely.
Yeah. He just has done an incredible job. You're not nearly as old as I am, so you haven't seen as many Game 7s and great World Series. This feels like one of the best, in part because of the 18-inning affair, right? Because that's 2 games in one, and it has you on the edge of your seat and all of that. Some people say, well, it was the only thing that made it great was the 18 innings. And I'd say, okay, yes. So not every inning has got to be incredible drama. Just the fact that we get to a 14th or 15th inning and one swing could end it does make it extremely appealing. The fact that we had a 22-year-old guy who had started less than 10 games, including the postseason, come out and throw a 12-strikeout gem the way that Trey Savage did, and we saw him in Game 7. Then what we've seen out of Yamamoto with 2 complete games and then coming out and throwing 34 pitches to win Game 7 as well. Like, there were so many interesting chapters of this 7-game series. I don't think it's too much to say that it, over the last 4 or 5 decades, it might be the best World Series.
I think there was a lot of reach in this World Series as well. It felt a little bit bigger than years past because, you know, number one, yeah, we had U.S. versus Canada. You know, I think having LA in a big market helps, not only because it's a big market in the U.S., but we obviously have 3 Japanese superstars on the team, so you're getting all of Japan as well. Because Ohtani is as big a star as he is, you got a lot of people interested that weren't really into baseball. He's a guy that goes across genres. I was getting texts from my guy Matthew, like they were all in the food room at the hotel watching the game, going nuts. So like there's a lot of excitement about baseball right now. I think we're in a good spot, and I think this
citizens are desperate.
It pushed it even more forward with the way these 2 teams played. I think it was. Again, to be honest with you, like when I was playing, I didn't even watch the postseason, so I could care less.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every once in a while, if when the Royals played, I hate watched it a little bit, but I truly wasn't like tuned in. And then even when I was younger, like I love to play baseball, I watched it time to time, but I wasn't as locked in. So I don't have a great sense of history in that regard. But now I've been doing, baseball coverage for full time for going on my 6th year now. And nothing's felt bigger than this.
Listen, there were a couple other ones that come to mind. The 2001 World Series, because of the way that games 3, 4, and 5 went in New York, and then to come back and have Randy Johnson have an incredible Game 6 where they blow out the Yankees, and then Game 7. Obviously, Luis Gonzalez, the hero over the drawn-in infield. That's one that certainly comes to mind. The 91 Twins, remarkable. Over the Braves. That was the start of the Braves run. 86, the Mets being down to their... you will remember Games 6 and 7. People forget that the Red Sox led Games 7 as well. I think it was 3-0 in the middle innings there, too. So that's just a handful of those. But this one... Part of it is that Vladimir Guerrero... And I know we've talked about him so much over the last 3 weeks, but we have to do it again. I mean, when he pulled his hands in and let off that inning, the last inning with a double, I was like, oh my God. This guy is as smoking hot as anybody I can remember over a 3-week span outside of like a Barry Bonds in 2002.
And not just offensively, Chris. The defense too. It was incredible. It truly was the heartbeat of that team. I know you could talk about like a fun guy like an Ernie Clement doing it, but Vladdy was the god. The emotion was there, but he played. It wasn't like a. It wasn't like an emotion that was sloppy. Like everything, like he played his ass off, Chris. He was poised in the moment. And then, when he would have success, you saw the raw emotion come out, and you have to root for the guy. I don't care what team you root for, you have to root for him. And I know he's a legacy guy, and a lot of those guys get shit on, man. Like, oh, your dad was a player, of course you're gonna be good. Like, that's not the case. Like, there's been a lot of baseball players and very few like legacy players have come along. Like that's just doesn't happen that often. The percentages are very, very low still for all of those guys. And sometimes I think it can be very daunting, especially when you have a dad that's in the freaking Hall of Fame. So like, I give him a lot of credit for being as grounded as he is, with the work ethic that he has. We've questioned him on this show. And we just can't do that anymore. He's a bona fide superstar.
Yeah, and there was a shot of him. I think he was the last Blue Jay in the dugout, and there was a shot of him wiping away tears. When
those guys are exhausted. Exhausted.
What madman
played
thought to
180
infuse this
games.
creature with the Nightwell's
And-
power. Have a care. If this abomination
I imagine
was
he sat
created to
there-
protect lower reaches of the
I don't know if he
Citadel
was
from
counting
invaders,
outs.
It must be
I've talked to some guys who have been in that
particularly
position, and I asked them years later after being in a position.
Dude, they were in
Were you-
bottom ninth, ready to win the World Series.
Yeah. Yeah, they were 2 outs away.
It's heartbreaking. It truly, truly is heartbreaking for Toronto, for the fans, the players. I mean, to be that close.
Man, look at those
And
eyes.
again, like in 2 Game 7 CS and now the World Series, so like they're physically and emotionally just drained. And yeah, I feel for them, man. There's a clip going on, and I know the guy's name, and I'm forgetting it right now, who said they played better than the Dodgers.
Here, if you want to hear it, it's Caleb Joseph, who played a handful of years in the big leagues. He now covers the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, I played against him. I know him, yes.
Yeah, he now works for Sportsnet up there in Toronto. They carry the games up in Canada. So, Dan, if you've got that clip, let's roll that for a little bit.
This is a momentous day, my
It's gonna
friend.
sound like sour grapes,
Until
and I don't
the
really give a shit, but I think
no
the
outsider
better
was
team did
permitted
not win this
inside the
series. I think the
corridors
Blue
of the
Jays
Nighthold for
are the better team, and I feel like they
10,000
played baseball
years.
a certain way that was infectious, that grabbed the attention of the fans, and it's
Now the
disheartening
fate
to
of
see
my
that the better
people
team did
rests
not
in the
win.
hands of outsiders. All of you
So,
to save us
I know what he
from
was
the
trying to say.
terrible
It didn't come out the
bargain
right
made by
way.
our queen.
I don't think they were the better team, because I don't think you could really say right now who the better team is. I do think they played better baseball through
would agree.
7 games.
I would agree.
I think they played better baseball than the Dodgers did, but they didn't win.
I know. Maybe that says a lot about the Dodgers, to be honest with you.
No, we talked about how good they are, Chris. I mean, and it ended up being very unlikely heroes on that team. But I still think the stress of knowing you got a game plan for so many dogs. And Will Smith is one of the heroes. To game plan for so many people, I think puts you in a situation where, like I said, sometimes you're looking ahead. And when you do that, you get bit. They were the chalk, man. From the get-go, they were the World Series favorites. And here they are. It took them a while. You mentioned the journey was a little bit different than a lot of people thought it was going to be. But they've done an exceptional job over the last decade and a half putting together an organization that is constantly producing talent, finding talent, signing talent. I think a lot of credit goes to the Dodgers, but I do know what he was trying to say there.
I do too.
I think the Blue Jays played better overall baseball in this series. Still wasn't enough.
Right. So the Dodgers, first back-to-back
grounds are
champions
just ahead.
in a quarter
You'll
century.
find them even
And it
more
also
heavily
means that Clayton
defended than the
Kershaw,
lower levels.
future Hall of Famer, gets to ride off into the sunset. And what a way to go out. Here he
It's
is.
an absolute honor to be in this clubhouse with you guys. I love every single one of you. I can't imagine a better way to go out than to pop bottles with this.
By the way, I love it that Kirsch does every post-game interview. He's on the set with the Fox guys, shirtless. Like, he just doesn't care at this point.
What? I mean,
good.
Statue guy, a lot of money, a lot of respect. And now how many rings? 3?
3. Yeah, good for him. Dynasty, right? We can agree on it?
Stop. I can't stand the talk.
Phase
Yes, they were a
change.
dynasty before this.
Whoa, they were a dynasty before
What
this.
chance could you possibly have?
I said that before because you asked me this question before.
I
Defensive.
just want to confirm it now we're here. I have
Now really confirmed. Yeah, well, before they were.
And if not, I would love to hear from people in the comments. And there's a lot of stuff to go over with Yamamoto, Miggy Rowe, IKF's not great lead.
At long
Do you
last,
agree with Caleb
battle
Joseph
to
that the
liberate
Dodgers got
Sorma is
outplayed or the
joined.
better
No
team did
more
not win,
must our
whatever he said?
resistance hide in the
And then
shadows.
Dynasty. If this is not a dynasty, what
gates
is
are
a
breached.
dynasty? You guys can let us
Sorry, we
know.
couldn't join you soon,
Everybody,
but we
free
had
speech.
a bit
Let's
of
go
a
for it.
mess
I'm not going to sit here and
between
judge you. I might.
I'll judge you. I'll judge you.
Yeah. So we would agree with that.
Felisra, your
There's another
guidance
part
has
of this
been
as
invaluable to
well.
our champions so
Freddie
far.
Freeman, I think,
They'll
kind
rely
of
upon
summed
your
it up
wisdom
pretty
in
well
the
post
battles
game.
ahead.
Absolutely incredible. I think when you walk into spring training, you got the target on your back, and we had one the previous year, and you know everyone's trying to take you down. And when you put on this uniform, you know you're expected to win, and there's a lot that comes with it, and we take a lot of pride in that. And for us to be able to do it again a year after, with immense pressure on us, that says a lot about this group.
I don't want to get into the whole salary cap thing. It is way too early, and we're celebrating a tremendous series and an incredible Game 7. But I do want to ask you about whether or not you think this team is great for baseball.
I do. I do. I think we as a sport have reached many more eyeballs because of the Dodgers, and a lot of it's Ohtani, the fact that he came and played for them, and so I think that has a lot to do with it. But you need, they can be the villains. Like there's going to be a certain group of people that love this team, and there's going to be a lot of people that hate them. And some of the greatest teams that you can remember in other sports, like. Were the Bulls bad for basketball?
No.
They weren't bad for basketball, right?
Nope.
So, what are we even talking about right now? Go beat them. Get better. I said that about the rest of the organizations in baseball. You can talk about their TV deal and the fact that they got a bunch of, different owners that can kind of share the burden. Fine. But find a way to beat them then. You can find ways to beat them, but they do a lot of other things really well that your organization isn't doing. So just stop complaining and go figure out a way.
Trev, they were one hanging slider and great swing by Miguel Rojas from not winning the World Series.
Yes.
And by the way, it's great when you have a villain too. I'm all for, if you say I hate the Dodgers and I can't stand you, those dudes dig it. I have talked to the guys. They love when. I'm sure they would have loved to have won it at home, which is something that has not happened for an LA Dodger team since 1963, I believe, right? In 2020, they might have been wearing their whites when they won, but that was in Arlington, Texas during COVID. So they have not won a World Series, clinched a World Series at home. Since 63, I do believe. But if you were to ask them, they loved winning this game on the road. They loved it. They loved silencing a place and only hearing a small pocket of Dodger fans that have traveled. Because, as Reggie Jackson always said, they don't hate nobodies. They hate somebodies. They hate guys who have been Superman and world champions and all of that. And that is great. That is great that Dodger fans are, a huge part of the baseball community and population, but also that people can't stand them. That is wonderful for this sport.
I can't get behind people saying they're bad for the sport. I can't. And we're gonna get into all the labor agreement stuff. There's already hit pieces coming out on both sides. It's already happening. So we'll have plenty of time to get in on it. I already got people in my ear from both sides. It's going to be interesting, Chris. But now
it's to celebrate this and celebrate the game for what it is. I don't want it. Well, not every team could have had that opportunity. Who cares? If you love baseball, tell me what you didn't. Were you ever sitting there while you were watching this extra inning Game 7 saying, boy, I'm wondering about the salaries of these teams? I didn't think about that once because I was too wrapped up in what was going on and I didn't care who won. That was the thing. I just kept jumping out of my seat during dinner. It really was utterly fantastic. The drama was so good. The story
And the guys that got the job done, I mean, what's Mickey Rowe making this year? Like, I don't want to get into it. I'm done.
Right? We're not done. Because we have to talk about the Toronto Blue Jays a little bit more. Who last season had 74 wins and finished dead last in the American League East. Well, all they did this year was end up being the #1 seed, which is pretty good in the American League, hosting Game 7 of the World Series, taking a 1-run lead into the 9th inning, and unfortunately not kissing the commissioner's trophy. Here is their skipper.
We had chances to sweep them. You know, I thought that we played our game, and our game is as good as anybody in baseball. So is it two heavyweights going back and forth? You know, going back to the beginning of the series when people were calling it David versus Goliath, it's not even close.
I've been crying for like probably an hour, so I thought I was done with the tears, but I just love these guys so much. It was so much fun coming to work every day and, you know, battling with these guys. And we have so much to be proud of, even though, you know, it didn't go our way.
Big Ad.
All I care about is just hanging with these guys for another couple hours.
I am far less limited.
That's Ernie Clement. That's hard to listen to. Really is.
Watch your step.
Trev, I can't remember a team that's been
Tour
this
de
close
force.
to winning the World Series and
Phase
having it snatched away from them several times. Right? I mean,
Watch
like
your
I said,
step.
I was 15 years old when I was watching
Big
ball going
Ad.
through Buckner's legs on my parents' bed. But then the Blue Jays had multiple times to win that game, even after that, or to tie it. And if I'm a fan, I'm sitting there and replaying, you know, probably the last 6 innings of that game in my head. I wouldn't sleep. I can tell you this: I wouldn't sleep tonight.
But they had a ton of chances to get the job done, and I think you look back, and a couple times you got to tip your cap to the Dodgers, and then a couple times you got to say we had to do better. Like the Ernie Clement stuff, the Pages goes and steals that ball, you tip your cap right there. He did exactly what he needed to do, put a good swing on a ball. But then there's other situations where they just didn't get the job done. It is very frustrating. They were very close. I'm with you, Schneids. We said it before the series. This is not David versus Goliath. No. These two teams were going to have a great series. Didn't know it was going to be this good. That's for sure. And I didn't have the Blue Jays playing as good as they did. I didn't. They truly played great baseball, enough to push it to where they were 2 outs away from winning the whole damn thing, and then that's just the way the game goes sometimes. I feel terrible for them. I do. I never got to play in the playoffs, but I understand how long the season is, and you add on another full month of just like draining, emotionally exhausted type stuff. Like I can only imagine what they're feeling. It's a long season. It's going to sting for quite some time. Like it's not fun to start. Like you look forward to the off season sometimes during the year. Right now they are not looking forward to the off season. The off season seems like the worst thing for them. They want to keep playing ball because they know how good they're playing.
If you were to have a draft in terms of the top offensive players just from this 7-game series, out of the top 9, how many of them were Toronto Blue Jays? You understand what I'm getting at?
Phase 2.
If you have Vlad ranked 1,
Vladdy, Clement, I'm just going Blue Jay guys who, and you know, Vladdy, Clement,
Springer,
Barger, Andres Jimenez,
Springer, Bichette,
yeah.
I mean, it takes you a while until you definitely get to a Dodger, and really Shohei only because of one game where he had it, where he got on base 9 times in an 18-inning game.
They didn't hit, Chris. They hit 200 as a team.
Yes, it actually was the lowest batting average by a World Series champion since 1966 when the Orioles swept the Dodgers. So, yeah, they dominated that part of it. Starting pitching, I mean, Blue Jays were pretty good. Yamamoto was his own category. And then bullpen. Like, I can understand why Caleb Joseph said what he said. It just can't.
Everyone that watched the series knew that they played a better baseball series.
They did.
I said that no one understood what I was trying to say, but I said during regular baseball games, the Blue Jays were by far a better team. And they just had the Yamamoto complete game and the 18-inning affair, where, by the way, Schneider did the exact same thing tonight. The exact same thing. And Bichette being hurt really came back to bite them.
But you don't have any problem with him.
No, I don't.
Bichette.
I do not. The Lucas stuff, I might. I know they did that all year, putting in Schneider there, but then you end up having Miles Straw hitting for you in the 2-hole, and then you have to take Bichette out because he can't run. So it goes Straw, Vladdy, IKF. I mean,
yeah,
like that's tough. I understand the moves. I'm not saying he shouldn't have done that. Bichette in the 3rd inning went station to station, couldn't go first or third on the Barger hit, couldn't score on the Ernie Clement base hit. Because he just couldn't run. So, like, I understand why he had to do that. I'm just saying it came back to bite him.
Right. Sure did. Man. I think the Blue Jays will be okay moving forward. They're going to have some arms they're going to have to replace. Scherzer, Bassett, Barrios. Obviously, he's got an injury now. We'll see what they do with Bichette. Does it feel like that was his last game?
I mean, I think you have to bring him back. I think you have to, man. You're going to have to compete with other offers, though. But I think you have to. I know he's going to come back. And you know what? Everyone says that, and I know he probably means it. But unless those deals have to be close. If someone offers them a ton more money overall, you can't fault them for going there. Blue Jays got to pay up, especially they just raked in so much dough from this postseason, man. They raked in so much extra cash. Like, you better go pay Bo.
Hey, listen, they're top 5, top 6 payroll. It's not like they're cutting corners. And finally, some of their big guys did end up producing. And
People got really mad at me for saying that I thought the Mariners were gonna run into some regression next year.
Yes, you did. Yeah, I was upset with you.
People, you were mad at me too? Jeff
know.
Passan said they were just starting, whatever. Like, listen to Jeff. Whatever you want.
I just didn't agree with you.
I don't know how to feel about the Blue Jays either. I need some time to think about it.
Well, right. We don't know because we also just don't know what their team's going to look like. I think it's silly for us to say. I will ask you this because I asked it about the Brewers and the Mariners. How do you think Toronto fans feel about their season?
Proud. I do.
Not the what if game?
I mean, they're not right now. They're hurting, but I think they'll look back and damn, what a postseason they had, dude. Like they just created a bunch of core memories for their fan base. I know they didn't win the whole thing, but they played such a fun postseason. Great brand of baseball. You mentioned it. Go from cellar in the AL East to number 1 seed in the AL, just 1 year apart. You signed Vladdy to a long-term deal, so you have to feel good about that. I think you're proud of that team. I think you truly are proud of that team.
Yeah. I would agree. I'd be curious from Toronto fans if you can muster up the energy to type something in the comments section. So, Dodgers, 3rd World Series title in the last 6 seasons, back-to-back titles. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, you're a stud. You don't have to win another game the rest of your career over here. What was it, a 13-year contract he signed? Or 12-year? Whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to describe what the heck we saw out of him, particularly the last 2 days, but really throughout the World Series and the entire postseason. Just incredibly dominant and seemed to love every minute of it too, which is great for him. I love that. So here we go. We will continue baseball today in the off season, a couple times a week. Plus, we'll pop on for any enormous signing that might happen or trade, because we expect plenty of both this off season. But man, the playoffs were exhausting because we did a lot of late nights, and we were doing stuff after you were doing Talking Baseball. And special shout out to our one-of-a-kind producer Dan Rourke, who of course lives 3 hours ahead of us over on the East Coast.
Stud.
There were a lot of nights where, like including this one, where it might be 3 a.m. where he is, and he's as energized and ready to go because even though he's a huge Yankee fan, he does love the game of baseball, and we have a lot of fun with it. So we want to thank you guys as our community. Of course, we're not going anywhere. As I mentioned, we're your off-season home as well. But man, this was a blast, and our numbers have never been better because of everybody out there following us and giving us the time of day, which we don't take lightly.
We do not take it lightly. We do work hard, and we love what we do, and the community is why we do it. Yep. You forgot to shout out intern Sawyer, who I don't think is an intern anymore by this point.
No, I think actually he might be second.
He's right.
Madmen thought to infuse this creature with the Nightwell's power. Have a care. If this abomination was created to protect lower reach, this is a momentous day, my friends. Until the Legion came, no outsider was permitted inside the corridors of the Nighthold for 10,000 years. Now the fate of my people rests in the hands of outsiders. All of you, to save us from the terrible bargain made by our queen.
I can't carry any more of those. I'm out of range.
Why defy that which devours all things? Precise. Perfect. Inevitable. My
On March 13, 2024, an officer pulled over a driver for speeding and whose license had been suspended.
Hey Cleo, what's going on with your license? You gotta get it fixed? So you know it's suspended? Do you have somebody that can come pick you up? All right, can you give them a call and have them come here? Because you can't be driving. Huh? You're just gonna walk home? Well, hold on. You're not. Kalia, you can't leave yet. I still gotta give you all your, your ticket and everything.
Yeah.
All right. So just go ahead and hang out here.
The palace grounds are just ahead. You'll find them even more heavily
53 to
defended than the
15. Do you
lower
have a
grounds.
unit tonight? More. You can start them this way. She's already out of the vehicle and very emotional. She may take off.
Rental.
How fast was she going? She's going 47. But she doesn't have a license. Her license got taken away from her because she's suspended. The tag's expired.
Rental.
Okay.
Rental.
I take it we're gonna tow the car then?
Rental.
It's not in the roadway. Well, my concern is that she's probably gonna hop back in and drive away. So.
Rental.
Hey! Hi!
Rental. Phase change.
The best you can do?
I'm Sergeant Brown. My officer called me here because I guess you were upset.
Defensive.
Okay. Do you have somebody to pick you up in your car? Okay. Is she gonna drive the car too? Okay. Are you gonna have somebody take the car? Okay.
At long last, the battle to liberate Suramar is joined. No more must our resistance hide in the shadows.
The gates are breached.
What's that?
Sorry we couldn't join
That's
you
not too
sooner,
bad. It's growing on
but
me.
We had a bit of a mess to clean up.
Okay.
I'll see to fortify our...
9. Hey, how you doing? Hey, is somebody gonna help her like get the car and stuff like that?
Ask me. It's my car too. Don't tell me nothing about my car.
I don't understand why she's being rude. Here's what happened.
I told you my car is gonna be taken care of.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you. Let's chill out with the attitude. Then you can stay over there. Thank you. So, I guess what happened was. My officer called me because I guess she was upset.
It's not so.
And
okay, you're not my mother. You're not a child.
I confess.
Thank you.
You want to know if somebody's coming to get the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, somebody's gonna come get the car.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna come get the car.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know because I don't want to tow it because it's more money for
You're
her.
not gonna tow it. It's good. Oh, I understand the process.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna come get the car. We'll live all around. We're gonna. Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate you, ma'am. That's all I needed to know. I don't know. I just got here like a minute ago, and I got everything.
Have mastered the delicate
I know the
intertwining of
process.
magic into nature's
Yeah,
grand cycle.
and the reason like I tried talking to her, she was being rude, so that's why.
I'll have my mom come.
Oh, I appreciate it.
So can I take her? Go or?
Not just yet. He's printing out the paperwork and stuff.
Watch
so,
your step.
Yeah.
Can you come help me get the car from my way? Yeah. Come just to let her know come get it. That's just chill. Hey, is there anything else?
No, I seen a person with a valid license, and then.
She didn't let me know what happened. I rushed out about my car. Can I go? You want me to go home and get it? But I don't. Leah, can you chill? No, you're doing that. Because it's not your car. That's what you answer the phone. Okay, what is it?
So. All I need is like once she gets her citation stuff like that, whoever's gonna drive the car, I just need someone with a valid ID.
Gardner turned himself into a fly.
Leah, he's asking me a question. He's not asking about that. What is wrong with he needs a valid ID for whoever's going to come get the car? Exactly, and I'm telling him, so I'm telling him. What is it you want? What else?
Just a valid driver. Yeah, I know. Not about you. I understand because you had to come out.
What do you want?
Just whoever's gonna come get the car.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna wait until they get here.
Right, we're good.
Once she gets her citation,
Yeah, I'm gonna explain it.
I'm good. I know how to read.
Well, there's
When you're done explaining,
Incompetent mortal.
What's up? Roll the window up. So,
I have to sign it?
yes.
Okay, let's sign it.
Okay. So,
Well, I know how to sign. I know where to sign it. Tell me where I sign it.
well, I have to explain it to you.
Okay.
You have a court date. Okay, you have a court date on the 2nd of April at 8 in the morning. If you don't sign up, if you don't show up, a warrant will be.
I'll call him.
Okay. You need to sign on the X.
Thank you.
2, 1.
Thank you. We'll be back in a minute.
3.
Okay. You know what? We're just gonna tow the car. Hey. You guys can get your car from the tow truck. It's coming. It's coming. No, it's on the side of the road.
I think the demon hunter's spirit is pleased that the
And y'all
Dreadlord
literally
has met
know.
another painful
I don't give a. What's wrong with y'all?
Don't. Do not. Get back.
Frontal.
Stop.
What are y'all talking about?
Stop.
What the f is wrong with y'all?
Stop. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. We're done. We're done.
Oh my God!
Frontal.
Y'all, I'm not doing that.
Your attitude is off the chain.
What the? Y'all, I have shit to lose. Are y'all crazy? What am I getting
Frontal.
taken for?
Your attitude needs to calm down. Okay? You gonna calm down? You gonna calm down?
Yeah.
Frontal.
Dude, like, what is y'all police got too much authority. That's
Frontal.
crazy, dude. Like, I graduated in literally 4 weeks. Get my nursing
Frontal.
license in literally 4 weeks. Bro, that's crazy. Bro, that's crazy. I got way
Uses
too much.
15. He's 10-4.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
Are you going to listen
Bro,
now?
what?
Give me your phone. Give me your phone.
What? I never been to jail, arrested or nothing. Bro, y'all not
Ma'am.
my parents. Bro.
Ma'am.
Y'all can.
Are you going to listen?
Of course, yeah.
Please listen, okay? I don't know what your attitude problem is today, but
Nothing.
listen, just listen, okay? We were willing to work with you, okay? But you are just off the chain, okay? You need to calm down.
Good, I'm calm. I just told you I'm calm.
Okay, what's the attitude?
Nothing.
Nobody was rude to you.
Nothing.
Nobody cursed at you.
Okay.
Okay, we're trying to talk to you, but you're being very rude.
Shockwave.
You're my friend. We're good.
So what's the problem?
4,
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So here's the deal. It's on the car.
Why are you stealing my car?
Because it's on the side of the road. It's on private
Did
property.
she just tell you my mother was literally coming up? Y'all asked for validation. She told you my mother was coming. Y'all didn't like the way I talked to y'all, so now it's her truck.
And now you're gonna face a resisting charge, all because of your attitude.
How am I
That was
facing a
Tyrion
resisting
Ford.
charge and I'm literally.
It's
I
not.
never.
It's called not
the killing
listening.
blow,
This is
but he played a
crazy. I
part in
cannot
our
believe this
great
is happening.
champion's fall.
Because some police officers don't like how I'm talking. How do y'all think I'm gonna feel? How do y'all think people have other stuff going on in their life? Nothing. I don't have nothing against y'all. I don't know y'all. Y'all are pulling me over. I have other stuff going on in my life.
If you're being pulled over for speeding.
Because I'm speeding. Okay, that's
Yes.
I never got mad at him. I don't know. Came home from school. Okay, I get a ticket.
All right.
Cool.
Wow, your house is really nice. I know, right?
Make sure you check out her mom's boob job. Their heart is rocks.
I'm home. Hey, Kylie. Hey, how are my best girlfriends?
Hey, Mrs. George. This is Katie.
Hello, sweetheart. Hi, welcome to our home. Want you to know, if you need anything, don't be shy, okay? There are no rules in this house. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. Right, Regina? Please stop talking.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you girls a hump day treat.
This is your room?
Reese, don't even think about it.
What's going on?
He was about to knock down Dewey's dominoes.
Shame on you!
I didn't do anything. And you're not going to. Ow. They get knocked over, I will blame you. If a door slams shut and knocks them over, I will blame you. If there's an earthquake, I will blame you. If a condor dies in flight and crashes through our roof and knocks them over, I will blame you. But that's not fair. I will blame you. Don't even think about it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna get a drink.
Let's go.
I can get it myself.
It's all right.
So a bargain was struck.
Turn around, old man. There's nothing for you here.
The Legion is victorious, and my people endure.
What happened to the dominoes?
I cleaned them up.
You knocked them over without me?
Why would I knock them over? I spent 4 days setting them up.
Your deaths ensure the Reese, don't even think about it.
Check out noclip.website and go to the WoW ones. You'll think it's cool. What is this? Am I getting hacked? What's going on? It's loading something. Wait, am I actually getting hacked? Oh, it's like a model viewer? Oh, so, okay, so instead of playing WoW, I can just like, na. Where is the music? Wow. Let's go to GM Island real quick. That should load quick. If you guys have played private servers, which I have not, then you would know that you could get here on private servers, which I haven't done. Anyway, okay, let's explore for the first time. Go beneath the building. Oh! They just, oh yeah, they would trap people in here that were misbehaving. What did they, that was like the player jail, wasn't it? I've been ported there before for something. I can't remember. Whoa. What is that? They were working on a zone with a bunch of flowers. Check out noclip.website and go to the WoW ones. You'll think it's cool. What is this? Am I getting hacked? What's going on? It's loading something. Wait, am I actually getting hacked? Oh, it's like a model viewer? Oh, so, okay, so inside.
From now on, Paulie supervises the entire cigarette run. You split everything down the middle with him.
What?
You fucking heard me.
I got a fucking wedding to pay for.
Well, if I were you, I'd cut out the open bar.
Family, loyalty, cost him a dime. You're a fucking pariah. I gave that pieces of my soul, Adriana. You know what he said to me? He said I should have a fucking drink. Up there when we were up at Uncle Tattoo.
You don't need to listen to him. Isn't that why you have a sponsor?
Him and Tony P. Breaking my ball. Teasing me like when I was little. I mean, what kind of up, undermining shit is that to tell someone who's got the disease? You know I could take him out in a second, that fat. Bang! All the shit with Paulie and all. You know what hurts me worse? Right to my heart. Him and our ass-white cousin, that two-faced cocksucker. He could get us all killed with New York, and him, Tony, has to think about what to do with him now. After all this shit, me, he don't need to fucking think.
From now on, Paulie supervises the entire cigarette run. You split everything down the middle with him.
What?
Cadbury's, by the way, when they...
Check this out.
Holy shit, what was that?
Thermite. Burns about 5,000 degrees.
That's another trade.
Wait. I take that back. Hey, try rolling it, morons. It's a barrel. It rolls.
So what'd they get?
Methylamine, 30 gallons.
An old school biker man. Pseudo's in short supply, so these two make do by changing up the film. Say these two know chemistry.
But ranking them as burglars?
Looking back.
Trust these two to break into the Special Olympics.
Yeah, I recognize these two knock jobs. Known associates of a psychotic piece of shit named Tuco Salamanca.
Guess he got tired of associating.
Got the world's dumbest criminal.
That one murdered.
Look, big stuff here was moving this guy's body when the stack must have shifted. Crushed his arm, pinned him here, and he bled out. Get a photo of me with this guy, right? I'll stump you here. Make sure you get the stump in there.
Check this out.
Holy shit, what was that?
Thermite. Burns about 5,000 degrees.
That's another trade.
Wait.
It is no contest. The propane burger is much better.
Well, I'll just drive this down to the dump right now.
You lied, Mom.
No, Bobby. I came to my senses. All of them. Except for taste.
It is no contest. The propane burger is much better.
Well, I'll just drive this down to the dump right now.
You lied, Mom.
No, Bobby. I came to my senses. All of them. Except for taste.
It is no contest. The propane burger is much better.
Well, I'll just drive this down to the dump right now.
You lied, Mom.
No, Bobby. I came to my senses. All of them. Except for taste.
It is no contest. The propane burger is much better.
Well, I'll just drive this down to the dump right now.
You lied, Mom.
No, Bobby. I came to my senses. All of them. Except for taste.
It is no contest. The propane burger is much better.
Well, I'll just drive this down to the dump right now.
You lied, Mom.
No, Bobby. I came to my senses. All of them. Except for taste.
It is no contest. The propane burger is much better.
Well, I'll just drive this down to the dump right now.
You lied, Mom. Nobody.
Good day to you. See you around.